Oh yeah, turn off your phone.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out young man's revenue.
4 days must quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bowl, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love during the injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Oh, full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my permission to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. My gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child, and with cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, and turned her obedience into, which is due to me, into stubborn harshness. My noble lord, be it so she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair mate, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held a worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what powers I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to lead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Thrice blessed they that muster so the blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier or happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin passage up unto his lordship, unto whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause. And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for high austerity and for single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia. And Lysander, yield thy praise title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander. True, he hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine. All my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked. I am beloved, a beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nador's daughter Helena and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Demetrius, and as years come, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius, and as years go along, I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? Or how chance the roses do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well teem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run so smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgrafted in respective
Oh,
years,
spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the coldly night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth. And ere a man had the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour its hub.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, for it is customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, for fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have an aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitted souls and prosperous loves, and by that fire that burned the Carthage queen, the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
You promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Oh, you need fair. That's fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than larks to shepherd's ear when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, with favour so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were
the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before I did Lysander cease, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh then, what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage upon the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flight still doth conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in that wood, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow, deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helen, that's you. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transform to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind in any judgment taste. Wings, and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy, love, is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sake thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
Oh, you will best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, thought fit, through all Athens, to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Petra Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Marry, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, Anna Mary. Now, good Petra Quince, call forth your actors according to the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready, name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? Is it a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself. Ah, most gallant for love.
Oh, well, this will ask some tears in the true performing of it, if I do it. Let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure.
Francis Flute, the
Oh, yep. Nay, but my chief humour is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules, really, or a pot to tear a cat in. Meow! To make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make in mar their foolish fights. Oh, this was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis
This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Petroquince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Oh, what is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Faith! Let not me play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask. And you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
I, Pyramus, thy lover dear. I, my lady dear. No. You must play Pyramus and Flute. You, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor. Here, Petroquince. Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Kate Snout the tinker.
Oh, here, Petroquince.
You, Thisbe's father. Myself, Pyramus's father. Oh, Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Out you the lion's part written, and pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow and steady.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar you that I would do any man's heart good to hear it. I will roar you that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. That were enough to hang us all.
That will hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if we should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you to any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. But Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. Proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day. Oh, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
I will undertake it. What beard will I best play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it neither your straw-coloured beard, or your orange tawny beard, or your purple and grain beard, or your French crown colour beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then will you play barefaced? Oh, good masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not!
rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen, to deal her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold-coated spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, I'll be gone. The queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his rebels here tonight. Take heed the dreams come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child backed of his train to trace the forests wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy, and now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do swear that all the elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, or you not he, frightened maids in the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the current, and booze make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no bar. Mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm, those that hobgoblin call you in sweet luck. You do their work and they'll have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, and sometime look I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime the 3-foot stool mistakes me. Then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough, and then the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. Room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
You met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Very rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corinne sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest deep of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress, and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Paragonia, whom he ravished, make him with fair eagles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since midsummer spring met we on hill, dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beechen margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this temperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall on the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hime's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, chilling autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which, And this same progeny of evils come from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by nights, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in around and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying from the cold moon to the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal, thrown it by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids lay will make our man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania sometime of the night, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not.
But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Where is Lysander and Fair Hermia? Thou toldst me they were stolen to this wood, and here am I and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. But yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
Even for that, do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse a place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourselves into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide thee in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest have not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy question, so let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe that I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, the child of field. You do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex.